Can you tell me a little bit about how you're going to empower 1 billion women by 2020?
Yes. Well, thank you for asking. And the way that we're going to empower 1 billion women by 2020 in its simplest format is we want to get a mobile device into the hands of every woman out there so that she can get on the EBW 2020 platform. And we want to inspire her to be successful as a leader, but also as an entrepreneur. And when we talk about entrepreneurship, we're really talking about women owning their fullest potential financially. So being able to make money doing what it is that they love to do. And we want to teach them how to do that so that they can make some money for themselves, then their families, their communities, and ultimately the world. So that's what we're doing.
What's your story and how does it relate to what you are doing today?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm like, what's your story? You're the 15-year-old interviewing me. I'm like, how does somebody do that? When I was 15, I was just playing around and having fun in school. We've got to talk about your story. So my story is that I've always been a tech entrepreneur. So I've built and sold a number of different companies in a number of different industries, but they've all been technology-related companies. And some of them have done well, and then some of them failed miserably, like really tough. And I often say, I think for any entrepreneur, whether you're a man or a woman, we all have our own challenges. But I think especially as girls and as women, we have a unique set of challenges as we're building technology-related companies. And about 4 years ago, I decided that I just wanted to make it easier for women who were in tech, who wanted to build their own ideas, and that I would take everything that I've learned and I'd put it into one place, which is now EBW 2020, to help really ease the path for women to be successful as leaders and then as entrepreneurs.
Do you have a role model?
Yes, but I have a number of role models. So what I like to think about are mentors that I've had. And actually a lot of the mentors I've had have been amazing men who have been really successful as technology entrepreneurs and are very visionary in terms of thinking about how women can play a big role in technology, and they want us to be successful. So some of those people include people like my first mentor, who also mentored Michael Dell, a guy named Dr. George Kosmetsky, who founded a tech company called Teledyne. So he's definitely one of my role models and certainly a mentor. And then I look at role models in people outside of technology who really inspire me. So for example, I grew up thinking I'd be a missionary. I actually didn't think I'd be a technologist. I thought I'd be a missionary. And then as I got older, I realized I am really good at making money, and I like making money, and I like having money so that I can give back and fund projects and help other people. And so from that mindset of how do we use our gifts to go out and create businesses or opportunities in the world that are of value and service to others, from that service-based mindset, I'm very inspired by people like Mother Teresa, from a policy perspective, from a service perspective, Nelson Mandela. So these are obviously people now, all of them have passed away, but those are some of them.
So you mentioned that you were good at making money. So how exactly do you make money?
I love that question. That is, you know what, I wish nobody's ever just asked me very directly, how do you make money? And I think that actually is just such an awesome question, because I remember as a kid, much younger than you are now, you're not a kid, I must have been like 6 or 7, I was so fascinated by money, and I was like, how do people make money? And my parents said to me, they were like, if you make money, we'll take you to the state fair. And I was like, that was huge. And I was like, really make money? And they were like, yes, if you make money. Well, they didn't tell me anything else. So I stayed up all night and I started cutting out little rectangles out of construction paper and drawing money on it.
You were actually making money.
Exactly. I was counterfeiting. Thank God things worked out in tech, because I would have been a counterfeiter or something. That was like making money. And I think my parents appreciated that so much that they went and took me to the fair anyways. But I think a key thing about making money, first of all, is, I think where women and girls actually get stopped up trying to figure out how do you make money, is we think about when you go to get a job or you need somebody to give you money to pay for what it is you want to do, you almost feel like you're going out with your hand open. You're hoping somebody will give you money. Please let them pay me, please. And when you shift the mindset back to what we were just talking about around how is what I do or how is what you do as this amazing blogger, as this girl coder, like how can you use those skills to help somebody who's trying to find somebody just like you? How can you bring that skill to them? Because when you do that, it's almost like you're giving them a gift.
Yeah.
And them giving you money, they want to give you money. And so I think when we think from that mindset, it makes the process of making money a lot easier.
Do you have any leadership advice for young girls?
Yes. So first of all, girls are awesome. And frankly, as much as I love the boys and I love the guys and I love working with them, I love it. The reality of it is, if we're going to create a global, sustainable future, it's going to happen through a new set of eyes, and that's the eyes of women and girls. When women and girls are making money, 90% of what you earn or I earn over time, we give it back. We're doing things like your mom. We're like, how do I make money and how do I create a building that's going to help other people? So I think when girls and women know that we need you to be successful, like this is your opportunity, and people who make money and corporations that want to survive, like they want people like you. So like now is your time to like own this opportunity. So I think that would be the first thing. The second thing is get a mentor. So absolutely, if you don't have one yet, find a mentor, get a mentor that can help guide you through the challenges, because we all have them, and they will make it so much easier for you. And great mentors will roll up their sleeves and they'll help, they'll make contacts for you. They'll help you move forward in your journey. And the third thing I would say for girls is surround yourself with awesome people. Like come to a place like this where you can meet other kids, meet other students who aspire to do the same kind of things that you do. Because then when you've got that group, you can support one another, you know, especially if other people are like, what are you doing? Why don't you come over here and party or whatever? And when you have that support group, that'll help you stay strong and focused on what it is you want to do. So those would be the three things I would say.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a couple of just random questions. Okay, so if you were stranded on an island, what are the three things that you would bring with you?
The three things I would bring with me if I was stranded on an island, I would definitely have the cell phone with the internet connection, because that would like keep my lifeline open. I would bring my journal, because I meditate every day, and I would write. And I'd really want my husband there. He's such a cool dude.
Don't get freaked out.
I will probably get freaked out.
Do you have a tattoo?
I don't. But actually that doesn't freak me out at all, because I married a professional skydiver who is covered in them. And when I met him, like, thank God my older brother introduced us, because I was like, I mean, I love creative expression, but he literally is covered in them. And I would be like, oh my gosh. But now I'm like, that is the coolest thing. You're just a cool dude.